We have adopted daughter Marianne, Dimitri's Vessel Dedue,
Vassal.
Galatea's Heir, Ingrid,
Galatea.
Hevring. How about you just say their titles?
Hevring's Heir, Linhardt, and then Church Shadow, Solon.
Balloon. Okay, cool.
God damn it.
It was on purpose. All right. Anyways, quick
I
peek
know.
at the heroes chat. Solon is our free hero. And of course, Linhardt is your 4-star hero.
Now, isn't it?
I mean, his hair looks immaculate. About the only thing that looks immaculate on him. But yeah. A lot of these were heroes well requested, and I think we're only missing, in terms of well requested heroes, Leonie and Ash.
Well,
That's not
Leonie,
everybody,
Ash, Caspar, and Ignatz are the only students that are not yet playable.
Yeah, but I'll be
in
honest,
Heroes.
I don't really know many people requesting the last two. I know a lot of people requesting Ash and Leonie, but yeah. Anyways, let's start. Hero number 1, Marianne, with 36 HP, 41 attack, 32 speed, 17 defense, and 39 res. Her defense is as mediocre as we expected. Her defense is close to as mediocre as we expected. Which, by the way, nowadays, it's nice to have a like 32 speed, which allows you to fight heroes like Brave Hector better. Not that it really matters, because if Brave Hector hits her, she explodes.
No. But, yeah. So, Marianne has a pretty well min-max stat line, actually. And then for her kit, she comes with blue dual infantry 4, which is effectively just summoner support on the A skill, lull attack res, and then joint drive res as well, if I'm remembering right.
Yep.
And then her weapon is Icy Fimbulvetter, and that inflicts attack res -6 in combat, meaning that she is actually deceptively bulky.
So, yeah, I'll just go over Icy Fimbulvetter really quick. Attack +3 at start combat if units HP is over 25%. Attack res -6 on foe during combat. At start combat if units HP is over 25% or equal. Unit is within 3 spaces of a cav or flying ally. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. And also, if unit deals damage to foe during combat, restores 5 HP to unit. In other words, she can heal 10 during the battle itself. So it's really impressive. It's a nice tome. And because it has the clause for getting the auto double is just be within 3 spaces of a fly or cav. It's not hard at all to pull it off. Makes sense, she likes animals. And the attack res -6 on your opponents is huge, and of course attack +3 on her. It really augments her ability to smash you, considering of course it's low attack res and as the B slot skill. And blue dual infantry, joint drive res, and iceberg all come together pretty smoothly here. Huh. She's actually really good. Like, really, really good.
Yep. So, yeah, Marianne is going to be one of those units where she's going to be exceptionally annoying to deal with.
Yep.
And, well, there are some comparisons that we can make that will highlight just how annoying she's going to be to deal with.
Yep. Really quickly, I just wanted to say, Marianne's only, like, if it's a mage, good luck beating Marianne. Her res is gonna spike, like, immensely because of joint drive res and her weapon. So good luck. It's the physical heroes that she has to worry about. And immediately this reminded me, like, I mean, the comparison I'm gonna ask for early on is gonna be Micaiah, because that's what I was expecting from her stat spread. But with that,
Regular Micaiah?
yeah, regular
Okay.
Micaiah. That's what I was.
I
thinking
can get
of.
there.
Aside from
Okay.
that, her BST chat is 167. She has a super boon in HP, speed, super bane in defense. Oh, also a super boon in res. So HP, speed, res is super boons.
Right.
So if you're serious about plus 10ing her, plus speed is actually not bad at all. Considering, considering that's 36 speed at base. And then if you continue to use blue dual infantry or another skill that adds speed, it will be 38 plus.
Marianne has options, no doubt about that. But the comparison to Micaiah, as a preface to this, Marianne has 14 more BST. Micaiah, however, has 1 less HP, 6 less attack, 4 less speed, 1 more defense, and 4 less res.
Yeah, that just looks like, for me, that looks so similar to Marianne. Now, of course, Micaiah's double effective, calves, armors, but Marianne,
Right.
Marianne's stat spread, and after the refines, they both do auto doubles pretty easily. So,
Yep. Another comparison, another blue mage, Guinevere.
yeah, that's also a very good one.
Yep. They have the same BST. Guinevere has equal HP, 6 less attack, 8 more speed, 1 less defense, and 1 less res.
That's
so very
close.
comparable
Yep.
for Guinevere and Marianne. It's just that Marianne sacrifices a fair amount of speed for a decent bit more attack. So Marianne is going to be a very good unit to use. And there is another comparison that came to mind for me.
Yep.
This mage has 4 less BST than Marianne. This is also a red mage. 3 more HP, equal attack, 8 less speed, equal defense, and 1 more res. Fódlan Julia.
Oh yeah, that's the other hero that people were expecting a lot.
And this is very much a stat line extremely reminiscent of Fódlan Julia.
That's
sacrificing a bit of HP for some more speed.
If you guys
go with the BST bump.
Right. As long as you guys can run her with a flyer or a cav ally, she performs extremely well. Now, I still think Julia is better, and it's really hard to compete against Julia, to be honest, because her B slot is just so ridiculous. Light and dark is just crazy.
Light and dark is a very silly skill, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I actually just got a request for one more comparison. This mage has 3 less BST, 3 more HP, 1 less attack, 5 less speed, 4 more defense, and 4 less res. Bramimond.
Yeah, okay. Yep. That's what you did say last time, didn't you? She could be a blue Bramimond, essentially.
Kind of a blue version of Bramimond, Fódlan Julia, but with different conditions for activating that auto double.
Yeah, it is a bit more awkward, but it leans itself automatically to using a tactics team. So it's not a bad thing necessarily. You just have to have an idea for the team ahead of time.
Yep. And if you bring Peony along, well, you're already set.
Right.
If you give Marianne close foil and a stance, she reaches 35 def with a boon, she gets to 38,
close foil
so
and a
it's
stance,
possible
35.
for her to be tanky.
30. Yeah, Marianne, because of the combination of lull attack res and her weapon, Icy Fimblevetter, can become very deceptively tanky. And so if you can do some solo stacking on her, it's actually not a bad idea at all.
Okay. For me, I mean, it will work. If you commit hard enough, it will work, but it's pushing it.
Oh, yeah.
Because no matter what we say, chat, do realize the starting point is 17 defense. So.
I mean, Fódlan Julia also has 17 defense.
But she kind of prevents her allies from, like, buffing in anything, and her weapon helps, doesn't it?
By the way,
Fódlan Julia's weapon is attack res -6 and an auto follow-up for being in a solo condition.
Yep. So that's not so bad.
Whereas with Marianne, it's attack res on the foe -6 with an auto follow-up and healing in combat for being within 3 spaces of any flyer or cavalry unit that is on the allied team.
Yeah.
So it's different conditions, but the potential is absolutely there.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. It's actually pretty similar then.
Marianne cannot use savior skills. She's not an armor unit.
You want this girl to be your savior.
I mean, she would be good at it.
Okay, anyways. Moving on. I think those are all the most valid heroes for Marianne. I think she's great. Now, I think most likely people will fought her off for blue dual infantry, unfortunately. So yeah. With that said, though, I think if you do give her a bit of effort, she's pretty easy to build. Blue dual infantry 4 by default is a very good skill, but if you run impact on her, especially sturdy impact, I think you'll be pretty happy. Extra defense, extra attack will make her pretty scary considering she heals. So you attack, right? Your opponent attacks back, and then you attack again and you heal a bit, right? You heal 5 HP at least. And of course, you only hit 1 time. So yeah, I can see her building her pretty easily. Nothing too extreme considering her base kit's actually really good. Ball attack res definitely don't change, and joint drive res you can change, but that's pretty good considering her res is so high.
I just realized that
And because of the
Julia's weapon is just a worse toned version of Duesel's weapon because his follow-up doesn't require the foe to have no dragon effectiveness.
Yeah.
But because of the extreme stat manipulation that Marianne enforces, it's actually going to be really good.
I know she's been mentioned a lot, but Dorothea with Marianne is excellent.
Yeah.
Just make sure
Pleasure Dorothea
has more
is going to
HP
be
than the rest.
exceptionally good with Marianne.
All right, but I don't think there's much to say about Marianne. I think she's excellent. I'm not gonna go into like where she ranks, 'cause I think this is gonna be controversial. By the way, chat, whenever there's a fan favorite character and you don't say like the right things, people get upset at you. So I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, I think she's great. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. I would say that she has potential to be in the top 5 for blue mages in general, but it takes some work to really put her there.
Right. But it really helps that she comes with wall attack res and her tome is really good. So.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Dedue, Dimitri's vassal Dedue with 50 HP, 45 attack, 17 speed, 45 defense, and 45 defense. Is that the highest?
I think it is.
What the? He's not even wearing armor. He's a student. What? Okay, 28 res is whatever. Anyways, he has 185 BST, super boons, and HP and res. So you can actually go super boon and res. Wow. You can actually go super boon and res. He can reach 189 BST. Okay, he is a straight up tank.
Wait, no. The highest defense that we've had so far is actually 46.
Who?
Gustav.
Oh. Fair enough. Okay, he just came out. Sorry, chat. Couldn't but all right.
Yep. In the standard pool though, Dedue is the highest for defense.
Okay. In terms of his super banes, attack, speed, and defense, you're going to be very happy with him or really unhappy. That is 3 banes and 2 boons. Everything will trigger something.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, though, I like this Dedue. That is really good. That stat spread is really, really solid. The unfortunate thing is his kit doesn't quite as well keep up, chat. A quick reminder, he has Steadfast Axe Plus. If units within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack defense plus 5 to unit, neutralizes units' penalties to attack defense during combat. It's basically Guilt Fork, but Axe version. He has Pavice, it's whatever. Sturdy Stance 3, which is attack defense plus 6 when your opponent initiates on you, and then guard as well. But most importantly, AD near save, which is, of course, a near save skill. If foe uses Sword, Lance, Axe, Dragonstone, or Beast damage, initiates combat against an ally within 2 spaces of unit, triggers Savior on unit. If unit triggers Savior, grants attack defense plus 4 during combat, and of course, Savior allows them to take damage from nearby allies within 2 spaces. Yep. Attack defense plus 4, though, that's really, really good. This is important because now Savior skills are in the main pool, which means... And of course, you can spark for Dedue, which means anybody can put a save skill on probably the best save skill heroes being Brave Edelgard and Brave Hector. It's funny how they're both Braves.
Yeah.
But yeah, those would be your best choices. But of course, Dedue's not bad with his massive BST spread. It's just he takes more work because he doesn't have like a unique B skill like Edelgard, and his axe isn't a perf like Hector's or Edelgard. So yeah, he's a good unit. How many of you in chat would actually try and build him and try and use him? Because you just have to get Sturdy Stance 1 and 2. Yeah, just Sturdy Stance 1 and 2 from somebody. Whether it's like Altina or Howling Dorcas, and then you can learn Sturdy Stance 3 and AD near save 3. And if you run Sturdy Stance on Hector or Edelgard, they're really hard to beat. And of course, they have much more unique and powerful skills. So Dedue's good. It's just he's not in a good position. So I'm just gonna be straight up. I feel like he's another one of those 5-star armor heroes that we like his stats. We are pretty happy with his skills. It's just he's lacking something to set him aside, set him apart. I feel like he's in like that Midori situation, right? Like Midori is actually one of the best tankers in the entire game, but very few people use her. I feel like he's in that situation.
Fodder is just too good.
Yeah. Fodder's too good, and, well, I actually don't know why more people don't use her, but she doesn't have, like, that special factor that a lot of other armor heroes have. So for me, like the special factor heroes are like Spring of Dune, Brave Hector, and Brave Edelgard.
Dedue has to be fodder after all. He has to give us his seed to other heroes.
Slush, please don't word it like that. All right, but with that said, if you were dead set on using him, because Sturdy Stance already has guard in it, it would be, what's the fighter skill that gives you gives your stats back? But he already has Steadfast Axe. God damn it.
Slick.
Slick
Fighter is the one that negates penalties.
Maybe run.
But he already has that in his axe
Yeah.
for attack and
We
defense.
can now have 150 friends.
Yep.
That means rival domain / pawns of
yeah,
Loki
that's a
has
thing.
more tools to work with.
Okay, so really quickly, then I just want to shout our Discord out. If you guys, well, with your 50 shiny friend slots, and if you guys weren't at 50, well, here's our Discord. Join our Discord. We have a friends code section. If you feel free to join in and just make some friends. And I will always say it's better to have friends that you can actually talk smack with. Talk with. Because it's more impactful than just friending every random person you've seen in Fae who would probably never, ever say a word to you because they can't. But yeah, here's our Discord. Join it if you are interested. Okay. But yeah, I was going to say maybe huge fan. Huge fan or... Yeah, huge fan. Huge fan allows him to charge his specials up faster, and then you run the fighter skill that allows him to retain all stats. Because it's just attack defense with Steadfast Axe, but because I feel like, you know, he's gonna fight dragons as well. Having, you know, keep his res up in case of debuffs would be pretty good as well.
Yep. That being said, if you're going to use Huge Fan, then Slick Fighter would probably be one of the best B skills for him. Especially if you're keeping a tier 4 stance skill. Just because, okay, you're stacking that guard effect, you're getting that double, you're removing penalties. Alright, go for it.
Alright, but yeah, let's get into comparisons. I normally would try and spend a bit more time on builds, but
yeah,
he's going to get foddered a lot.
He's going to get foddered a lot, and the builds that are actually available to him or viable for him are going to be pretty simplistic. But for comparisons,
yep.
How about Gatri?
Gatri is Gatri.
Yep. So Gatri has 3 less HP, 3 less attack, equal speed, 1 less defense, but 7 more res.
Nice. That's huge. But
yep.
the dude has a super boon. Yep.
Yeah, and Gatri is also lance armor, not axe armor, so that little bit of differentiation can help in swinging things one way or another.
Yep. Now, luckily, the dude has a super boon in res, but, you know, Gatri's a much more all-around hero, I would say.
Yep. Excuse me. Our most recent axe armor, otherwise,
yep.
Gustav has 1 less HP, 4 less attack, 1 more speed, 1 more defense, and 3 more res.
That's the crappy part, chat. So, a lot of you guys killed Gustav off to get his save skill, and now it's more accessible on Dedue. The reason why I say that sucks because... Does it really need an explanation? He's better. Gustav is better than Dedue. His axe ability to reduce, 75% damage from the first blow? Is insane.
Yep.
Oh. Yep. That is rough. Is there anybody else? I feel like... because he doesn't have a unique skill to him, and because he has such great fodder, the dude's just screwed.
Yep, I will make 2 more comparisons.
Okay.
So, we have Brave Edelgard as another axe armor. She has 4 less HP, equal attack, 1 less speed, 2 less defense, but 7 more res.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, the stat spread, I would say, even favors Edelgard. But then you add in Black Eagle Rule, and then you add in her weapon, which allows her to move so well. That's rough.
Yep. And then finally, Hilda. Hilda has 6 less HP, 6 less attack, 21 more speed, 8 less defense, and 2 less res.
I would hope he has some kind of advantage there. Now, of course, Hilda's most often used build is slaying lance, special fighter into like ether or something, and that's a really good build. But still, yeah, you might not get the defense, the same amount of defense as Dedue does, but she has the speed to really pull off some interesting builds, and she likely only gets hits one time. So, yeah, it's not completely comparable, but I would hope he would do kind of better because Winter Hilda is 4 stars. But I think that's enough about Dedue. I don't really think there are good comparisons, and I don't think it even matters because it's unfortunate. He's been long awaited. He's here, and he's going to be very clearly gone soon. I think if we're going to talk about who's a hero that everyone's going to spark on, most likely it's Dedue, because that's the most game-changing spark you can make.
Arden, however, has 10 more HP, 9 less attack, 1 less speed, 4 less defense, and 12 less res.
How much was it? Yep.
With 16 less BST.
There you go. I was going to ask, so what's the BST difference? Because that was huge. But yeah.
Yep.
Arden exists, chat. He's still quite good because with his refine, he now has a true brave weapon. So he's not the same role.
On Arden. Yeah.
Yeah. He can now quad. And by the way, he could always quad because he came with Pursuit Ring. Very cheap hero to build. I actually still suggest making Arden. Great hero. Okay, on to the final 3. Ingrid. This is actually the hero I'm most excited about. She's going to be excellent. Okay, well, I don't really love Ingrid, but I always felt like there was something special about her, and that got me interested in her. So yeah, Ingrid has 37 HP, 35 attack, 40 speed, 28 defense, and 27 res. It's 167, and she has super boons in HP, speed, and res, super bane in defense. Obviously, that means you pick up speed, because if you recall her kit, which is really good, she has Lewin, accelerates special trigger cooldown count -1. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants speed +6 during combat. Deals damage equals 20% of unit speed, aka best boon by far is speed, since the super boon too, you know. And also, if unit's speed is over foe speed, foe cannot counterattack. Conditional fire sweeps are really good, because unlike normal fire sweeps, this allows her to counterattack still. She also has Moonbow, attack speed solo 4, law speed defense 3, and rouse attack speed 3. This is probably our best Lance Cav hero in the game right now, with her direct competition being like Patrine and I guess Sirius and the other guy.
Percival.
I think that's it. But honestly, Ingrid's probably your best one right now. In terms of offensive Lance Cavs, yes. Duso is in a special case of his own. I think Duso might be the best Lance Cav when you talk about overall. Because the guy's insane.
Yep. So out of all Lance Cavs, Ingrid is the fastest, and Percival, Sirius, and Patrine are all tied for 3rd fastest behind Summer Cordelia.
Yep. Which is funny because Summer Cordelia. Summer Cordelia has like no attack stat though. That's the issue.
32 is her base.
Oh, okay. But doesn't have a perf. But yeah, you get where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Ingrid chat is actually really good because with conditional fire sweep weapon, essentially, she's the only other Lancer to have a fire sweep weapon outside of Roderick. And that's it. That's literally it. Her ability to reach astronomical speeds isn't like other heroes, because most other heroes, you reach a certain amount of speed and you're just like, what are you doing? You're wasting the stats. But with Lewin, her speed actually turns into damage. So if you go for a super boon in speed, 44, Lewin's initiation takes her to 50. Attack speed solo takes her to 57. Law speed defense essentially drops the opponent's speed by 3. So it's essentially 60. And then with rouse attack speed 3, she can hit 66 speed essentially in practice as a plus speed non-merged hero.
Yep.
You guys remember when I said you're trying to aim for 55 speed at base nowadays? Because heroes like Ingrid and heroes like Jill are hitting like 55, 60 speed at non-merge base if they just go plus speed. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. More than just a little silly.
Yeah. So yeah, Ingrid, of course, thanks to all that speed, has enormous damage output. If we're talking about the scenario I just gave with 66 speed, if you just do 40% of 63, I mean, I'm too tired to do the math right now, but she's hitting like an extra like 20 something.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like she's weak at. So if we're talking about 63 speed, she's hitting 25 damage each blow. And this is true damage, by the way. That's the important thing, true damage. And it's not like she's hitting softly either, right? Because her base attack is still high. Because Lewin, thanks to attack speed solo, lull speed defense, and rouse attack speed, she adds essentially another 16 attacks. So she's hitting you, what is that, 32, 67 plus 25. What the fuck? Am I doing my math right? No, I think that's right. She's almost hitting 100 on you.
Yep.
Also, she has one cooldown on her special. So she attacks, and then she moonbows you next. So you definitely explode. She can also run Glimmer. She can even try Heavy Blade Gale Force. But she is... she's hurting you. Badly.
A lot.
Yep.
Yep. There are actually 2 comparisons that I can think of for... as far as stat spreads go.
Okay.
So... our first one is a green cavalry unit, 168 BST, 40 with 3 more HP, 3 more attack, 4 more speed, 4 less defense, and 5 less res. Freya.
Right?
Yep.
Wow.
So Freya's a bit faster at base, hits a little bit harder naturally, not factoring in true damage from a weapon. But lower defenses make it so that without the damage reduction, Freya would be taking quite a bit.
But she has damage reduction. And impact, because she's a beast. So, a literal beast.
Yep. And then our other comparison, also 168 BST, has 1 more HP, 1 more attack, equal speed, 2 more defense, but 3 less res.
Who's that?
Regan.
Whoa! If you're comparable to Regan, that's a good sign, because Regan's also a beast when it comes to damage dealing.
Yep. And then for who used to be our standard for high performance Lance Cavalry, 1 more HP, 3 less attack, 3 less speed, equal defense, and equal res, with 5 less BST. Percival.
Okay, makes sense. Because we did mention those are your comparables. But the one I think I want to hear the most is Patrine, considering that's the free-to-play cav most people use.
Alright, let me find
when it comes to
where she is
Lancers.
on this list.
It's obviously Eliwood, Chad. No need to scream.
Yep.
Every time we
Okay,
don't mention
so-
Eliwood, people get upset at me. But I'm like, we'll have to mention him in everything then. But yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So Patrine, she has 5 more HP, equal attack, 3 less speed, 2 more defense, and 3 less res,
Nice.
with 1 more BST.
That actually keeps up really well, chat, because we all gotta remember, while she doesn't do 20% of her damage in as based on her speed, she does target their res and is effective against beast heroes as well. So in damage output, she actually keeps up quite well. I do think Ingrid will still hit higher, still do more damage, but Patrine's free to play. You can just make her a lot easier and plus 10 her a lot easier. So I think Patrine kept up pretty well, which I'm happy about because I mean I have a plus 9 Patrine, so there you go.
Yeah. And those were all cavalry comparisons. There is one more that I'll make before moving on.
Sure.
2 more HP, 1 less attack, 2 more speed, 3 less defense, and 1 less res. Who do you think this is?
I don't know. I thought about it.
It's Ingrid.
Oh, that's a good one. What? How? Me tired. Okay,
Yep.
Ingrid. That's a good comparison considering it's Ingrid. Wait a
Ingrid
second.
compared to Ingrid, extremely similar stat line.
But which one do you prefer, chat? Ingrid in a student uniform or Ingrid in a bikini? Well, it's not even a bikini, but
No, it's still a bikini. It's just not a skimpy one.
Oh, well, it's well covered, isn't it?
Oh, it's a little bit more covered, but it's still a two-piece swimsuit.
Okay. Linhardt is next, and this is our 4-star hero. He's instantly demoting with 39 HP, 34 attack, 25 speed, 30 defense, and 38 res. I knew it. He sucks.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far.
I would.
His kit is absolutely horrible, but his stats actually compare very favorably to another healer, one who is actually 5-star locked.
Okay. Anyways, real quick, he has Pain Plus, which you can find from Ozma. He has Physics Plus, he has Miracle, his Renewal 3, and Disengard. So which is it that is 4 stars? Disengard or Renewal?
It's Renewal.
Are you kidding me? I was friggin' afraid of this. We now have 3 heroes with Renewal at 4 stars. Just Renewal for everybody. Ah yes. Come on. We don't need this many renewals. If you're gonna demote this 5-star skill, or well, it's not a 5-star. If you're gonna keep like putting like a skill and putting it at 4 stars, do it on QR. QR, not Renewal. QR. I thought it was gonna be Disengard because just like there's no way they're gonna do triple Renewal as 4. No, they did it. I can't believe it.
They totally did it. Yep. But would you like to get to our stat comparisons then?
Really quickly, I guess we didn't even go over his boons and banes, which
Oh yeah.
I think is important. I don't know. How many guys are actually interested in Linhardt? Okay. Anyways, he has minus HP, minus defense as super banes, and plus speed as super boon. So 29 speed. Ugh, whippy-doo, whippy-doo. He has 163 BST, so he won't be able to reach the next... no, it won't matter. Wait. What? It's 166?
Yes.
Okay. In the Fey news, it's written as 160.
It should be 166. 39 plus 34 plus 25 plus 30 plus 38 equals 166.
Okay. Well, we gotta fly in Ether now. Ether's right here. Did I typo? You did typo Ether. Alright.
I think it just fat-fingered it, Ether.
Yeah, typical fat finger Ether. Alright, anyways, chat. The reason why I'm not excited is because while he does have an attack stat, and he does have pretty decent bulk, 30 defense, 38 res, it doesn't really, like, separate him. I don't know, like, what would you do with him?
Yeah.
The thing is, even if he has the stat spread of another 5-star healer, chat, the 5-star healer has a perf. So.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, so who's the healer you have in mind?
Well, I'll just go for the stat comparison first right away.
Sure.
So she has equal HP, 1 less attack, 2 less speed, 5 more defense, but 7 less res.
Oh, we're talking about
5
Silk.
less BST in total. Yes, I'm talking about Silk.
But Silk's different. Her bulk is better.
Is it, though?
I don't think she needs attack. She just wants to survive.
Is her bulk really that much better, though? Yes, she does have super boons in defense and res, whereas Linhardt only has it in speed, but his defense and res are still very comparable. Silk does come with a much better kit. There's no denying that. Linhardt's kit is genuinely awful, but they're still healers without personal staffs.
So I guess if you go plus defense, Linhardt, and then you just try and stack him up and try and do a delay build, or even plus speed Linhardt and use Palm Staff, I can kind of see it going somewhere if you give him Fortress Defense Res. Ooh, I don't know, man. It's Linhardt.
Linhardt is basically your free-to-play friendly Silk.
That Silk's a cutie and Linhardt's not.
Yeah, some people would argue with you on that.
Uh-huh.
All right. There is another healer, actually.
Who?
This one has 1 less BST in total.
Okay.
Which is redundant now I think about that for the phrasing. Regardless, she has 3 more HP, 2 more attack, 2 less speed, equal defense, and 4 less res. Erica.
Wait, that's Winter Erica chat is unfortunate. She's pretty old. Our second year winter hero cannot compare to a year 4 hero in Linhardt. It's rough. Yeah, being 5-star locked there does not help at all. And back then, having an armor healer was already impressive enough. Nowadays, you have the armored weakness, you have the armored movement, both huge demerits. No real benefit, I would say. Yeah.
Yep. Our most recent staff demote, Natasha, has 2 less HP, 2 more attack, 7 more speed, 6 less defense, and 2 less res. So Natasha is a bit more offensively focused, whereas Linhardt, you can just make a wall out of him.
Okay, real quick, when it comes to my bias against Linhardt, yes, I'm not a fan of his character, but as I said earlier, I can see you doing something with him if you give him Palm Staff, Fortress Defense, Res. Like, if you truly commit to him. But here's the thing, that was already a niche thing to do. A fully defensive healer with the entire idea of just survive is already a very niche idea. So it's hard for me to even suggest. I'm not even sure who even needs it. That's the thing. Would it be a fun project to make? Yes, but would it be beneficial to you? I don't know about that part. So, yeah. While we did recommend this, like, for Silk, we recommended it, like, months ago. Heroes nowadays are so much more dangerous. Like, in 6 months, they've really, really gotten powerful. Remember, we recommended that back last summer. Last summer when Palm Staff got introduced. It's been a lot of time. That's the point.
Yep.
All right. Any other comparisons? How about one of the newer infantry refreshers?
Refreshers or healers?
Sorry, healers. Whoopsies.
I just made one with Natasha.
Yeah, Natasha. And then, how about Lean? Or not
Lena,
Lean.
you mean?
Lena, oh my god. I'm so tired, chat.
Lena has 1 more HP, 2 less attack, 4 more speed, 6 less defense, and 1 less res.
Wow.
With 4 less BST.
Oh. What?
Azama? Oh, you just want to be mean.
Well, okay, that's a fair one, because I expected Linhardt to be Azama 2.0.
Well, once I can actually find him on this list. I know he's not fast. There we go.
How far did you have to scroll down? Go ahead.
Azama has 4 more HP, 13 less attack, 1 more speed, 2 more defense, but 13 less res.
Okay.
With 19 less BST.
Azama found in a ditch, chat. Confirmed. Not that anyone really used them anymore, but found in a ditch. They're comparable because they both have pain. So if you're gonna make a pain healer nowadays, just do it off Linhardt. Save yourself the depression.
Yeah.
Azuma refined when? Never! Because he's a 3 and 4 star hero. I'm sorry. Don't expect it. Alright.
I know I'm not.
I think that's fair enough. I would try and give you an ideas to build Linhardt, chat, but it would just go down to Palm Staff, Fortress Defense Res, with Fortress Defense Res. Your choice of B, your choice of C. Just try and keep him alive. That would basically be it. Like Fortress, like Joint Drive Res or something. That's it. Like, just keep him alive. That's the only kind of build I would see for him. Which, to be fair, it's actually not so bad because he has pain, so you could actually still hurt your opponents like that. But he'll rarely attack because he'll attack a fair amount. Whatever. You guys could try stuff with Linhardt. I want to see if he's actually interesting. The thing is, like, that kind of build is interesting. It's just I don't know who needs it. What about Summer Rise? Oh, Reese? No, that's not comparable. Wait, actually, it is comparable, isn't it? This has no defense.
Reese has 5 more HP, equal attack, 2 more speed, 9 less defense, and 2 less res.
Yeah.
With 4 less BST.
Yeah, so just no defense. But yeah, Linhardt would be a better user of that staff for sure. Okay, Solon with 45 HP, 38 attack, 20 speed, 24 defense, and 38 res. He is... What the heck? What kind of stat spread is that?
A very slow one.
Okay, I'm surprised. At 165 BST, he has a super boon in defense, infantry, red tome. How many infantry, red tome villains have we gotten in the past, like, 6 months? They just keep making these.
Yeah.
Okay, it's more important. What is his kit?
He comes with Sabotage Res, and I need to find more information on that one. I know that it's somewhere.
He has a perf called Banshee. At start turn 3 and 4, inflicts attack speed, defense, res -6, gravity, guard, and stats preventing counterattacks on closest foes within 5 spaces of unit through their next actions. What? That's actually not bad, chat. He's like made specifically to fight like Bolt Tower people, right? But Bolt Tower people still have their turn to use first. But if they... that's actually not bad. Because if you drop Gravity and Guard on closest foes within 5 spaces of unit, that's usually the hero that has pushed in. Ooh, that could be interesting. Because that really would make Bolt Tower... people who utilize Bolt Tower in Ether Raids hesitate a bit. But it only works on turn 3 and 4, chat. So turn 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 would have no effects.
Maybe even 9.
Yeah, if you have multiple Millos. So with that said, chat, it's so niche. It's like an Ether Raids thing. For general play, what's the point of this? For general play, you would probably run QR on him. Like, Mirror Stance or something. Oh, and for general play, I don't really see the point of this guy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try.
Yep. Yeah, it's very gimmicky, but it's still something that can be exceptionally frustrating to try and work around, especially if he's in a protected location.
Yep.
Because 5 spaces is a lot of range.
Yep.
And his other skills are Attack Ploy, which is his 4-star skill, and Sabotage Res.
This is boring. I don't know who this is really for, chat. I'll be honest, this does seem like it has some niche aspects to it for Ether Raid's defense. But even by some miracle, you get him to work for turn 3 and 4, and he's doing his job. Like, what else does he add to your team? Like, he's not threatening. 30 attack is not bad, right? But that defense is really, really low. He's only really gonna maybe scare off some mages. I don't know. I don't know if you... The thing is, I don't know if you want to sacrifice a slot in your team for Solon. I don't know, man. This is very awkward.
Yeah. So, as far as stat comparisons, I'm gonna try and keep to the theme of our gimmicky red mages.
Sure.
So, the last one we got, Veld. Veld has 2 less HP, equal attack, 6 more speed, 2 less defense, and 2 less res. Equal BST.
Does not surprise me. Sure. They're so similar. But I would take Veld over him. Veld's tome at least does something every single turn.
All the way up until turn 5.
Okay. Well, not literally every single turn. But yeah, that's still significant is the point.
Yep. And then there's also Iago with 3 less HP, equal attack, 7 more speed, 1 less defense, and 6 less res. Iago is also only 162 BST.
Also does something every single turn.
Yeah, and Iago makes you have to really track your turns, too.
Mm-hmm. This is rough. Why did they do this?
Yep.
They should have at least made him another tome color. I get it. You dark mages and whatever are always reds. But if you're going to continue by that format, he's going to have no chance. Again, I think Iago's better. I think Veld's better. And of course, we already have a Versa. So...
Yep. And then there's also our first super gimmicky dark mage, Garneth.
I guess he beats Garneth.
Yeah, well... Garneth does damage on the turn where he activates Hulu, but Garneth needs a refine at this point. Garneth has 7 less HP, 8 less attack, 14 more speed, 3 more defense, and 15 less res.
Okay. So in that case, do you take Banshee or Oompa Loompa?
Banshee,
Okay,
it hits
fine,
for more
sorry.
turns,
Sure, yeah.
and it does hit, but it's also one of those things where it's more likely than not only going to hit one opponent. Imhulu, when that goes off, it covers 5 entire columns centered on Garnet. There's no limit to vertical range.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why I mentioned that is because once upon a time a certain individual said Imhulu would actually be pretty good for Ether Raid's defense, yet I've never seen it. For me, Solon's Banshee is on the same level as Oompa Loompa. So yeah. I'm sorry, I don't care about Solon. there's no value here in my eyes. Alright. Anyways, chat, I don't really think there's much to talk about Solon, so we're just gonna go over to conclusions. What do you guys like? For me, I like Dedue a lot. I think he's probably the most game-changing hero here. Not because he's a good hero, he is good, because he's gonna die. A lot. For his near save skill. Hooray! Accessibility. Linhardt surprises me. I guess you can make some interesting healer builds with him. The question is, why would you want to do that? Solon is in the game. Solon's in the game. It's actually between Marianne and Ingrid that I wonder who's going to be more impactful. Ingrid having Fire Sweep be variable and the high damage dealing is very scary. And Marianne is, Blue Dual Infantry at the very least, but she's also a pretty good hero as well. So those two, if you actually want a functional, usable units between Marianne and Ingrid, but outside of that, it's just fodder from Dedue. So that's what I think of the banner.
I would say I favor Marianne a bit more than Ingrid, but I also tend to like the mages that are deceptively bulky and can hit you really damn hard. But I do see the value in Ingrid as well. Dedue, he's going to be fodder to a lot of people. I'm not going to be actively pulling for him. I am more than happy with the save skills that I have on the units I have them on. And then for Linhardt, I'm not going to be actively pulling for him. If you're a fan of the character, by all means, all power to you. But I don't actively want to pull Linhardt, but I won't object to getting copies of him down the line. I just hope I never see him as a 5-star while this banner is active.
Fair enough. All right. But yeah, that is your banner, chat. Let me know what you guys think and how you guys feel about it, whether you'll pull for it or not. But for me, it's a very easy skip. I would have gone for Marianne or Ingrid if I had the orbs, but the Hero Rises banner is going to be amazing. Which, by the way, if you were pulling blues there versus blues here, I think Daros and Dimitri are probably going to be more useful for most people, I would say. Probably.